So I decided to test another character, created another character again, and test to make sure that the missions are going to run from new character, the ship's going to land, everything's going to be all right. It worked the first time I tested it. That's one time in a row. I needed to go ahead and make sure that it consistently works. So I started another character, ran him through the starter missions, and the ship did come down. Everything seemed to work fine, no problem. I also wanted to verify that um, a character could do all of the basically what I would call the tutorial part of the start off of a new character and get past all of that, then go off in whatever direction I actually wanted to go off in and not have to rely on anything particular other than check to see if the mods that I made and the equipment drops and that sort of thing, if all that was going to get facilitated and work the way it was intended to do. Now, I show here the file size. One of the things that I've run into, or I've also found consistent, is when you start a new character, the file size of your save file is going to be about 4 MB in size. That's as small as it gets. My nearly level 250 character, the starting file size is about 5.5 MB when he goes through the portal through the Unity. And but when that file gets 14, 15 megabytes in size, the game starts breaking. It starts crashing on trying to load and go to a new place that it's discovering that he hadn't been, or it could actually be a place that he has been. The behavior just starts getting weird. Things starts breaking. And that starts happening at about 14 to 15 megabyte file size. And that's been pretty consistent. I ran into this problem when I first started playing the game and wasn't going through the Unity and was trying to outpost and collect stuff and just play the game of building things and collecting things and seeing, how big of an empire I could build and how many things I could collect and gain and have. And the game would start crashing on me, and to the point where I couldn't continue doing anything. I had to go through the Unity and flush. And so that symptom is consistent. You can only play the game so long and get that save file so big, and then you have to flush that. So he was having that problem, and I've taken that my upper level character and flushed it. A lot of what happens is every time you go someplace or discover anything new, or do a mission or whatever, anytime you go and you make new discoveries, that all gets recorded. It's like when you look at the map, you'll see something that says discovered or explored. Um, this is all recorded and it's in your save file, and your save file grows. So you can only do that so much. You can only play the game so much until it's going to start crashing on you, and you have to go through the Unity to reset that save file size down to something that the game can handle and not crash on, which would be starting over again, going through the Unity. I mean, you don't have to start your character completely over again. But you do have to go through the Unity to get that save file back down to something, to the starting level again, which is for my character that is, like I say, level 249 and a half. Um, that's about 5.5 MB. So there's about a megabyte difference between a brand new character and a level 250 character, which means that 1 MB contains a certain amount of history of what all he's accomplished, his level, so on and so forth, I guess. all of the stuff that is going to be residual, that you're still going to retain even after you've gone through the Unity. So it'd be whatever character progression that you've done that's permanent. And so I am able to start a new character, and I've now got 2 points on the line that say, yep, both times that I come out of the Argos Extractor, the ship drops, everything works fine. I can pick up all my gear that I've got preset, that mod works fine, and everything's working fine. So now this character, I go ahead and finish the Argos Extractor stuff, finish the Kreet facility stuff, take the Frontier to Jemison, go to Mass, uh, to the lodge, talk with the group there, tell them I need to think about it, and head out on my way and get away from the city and head back over to the landing pad at the airport. And that's where I've got a Class A ship that's sitting, and I just don't even pick up the Frontier. I go directly to that Class A ship because it's a much better ship, and it just gives me better advantages. I don't have to struggle so much. This game likes to make you struggle. I mean, it's gamification, and it's stuff that I don't like, and so I fixed that with my modding. I made it where I can have a ship that functions and it has weapons that function, and I can get out and just wander around and enjoy the world, and my weapons do damage, and I've got storage space, and I can actually enjoy the game because if I have to fight through the game the whole way and then have to NG every time, that's just not fun for me. What's fun for me is to be able to play the game and have the advantages that I've got set up. So this is my Class A ship, and I'm gone directly from the lodge, turned down going after all of the artifacts. I'm going to the lodge, and I'm going to shake down some spacers here for the secret outpost for the Mantis Lair. The the reason being is that I just want to go do it. Uh, I can't rebuild the Mantis right now because I don't have any crafting skills. I'm not going to have access to all the parts because I've got to be level 60 before I have access to all the parts. There's a long road ahead for trying to do all of that. And that's one of the reasons for having that Class A ship. Is that Class A ship will carry me, and it's way better than the Mantis, by the way. It's better than the Dagger. It's better than any Class A ship that'll drop. In fact, it's better than a lot of the Class B ships and Class C ships that are in the game. It's just outfitted better. It's more functional. So I come on over to the Mantis Lair, um, visit my ship that I've got camped there. That's a Class C ship, and then I go pick up some more supplies to get some outfit to put on. Check to make sure that everything seemed to be normal there. I've got boxes of stuff that I could go through, so I could pick better weapons. But basically, I just go to the console and conjure up weapons and conjure up their functionality. So the game's just much more enjoyable to me being able to do that. So I had run into a problem with the lair last time I was here, but I was on my upper level character. And my upper level character, like I say, was at a point where his save file was 15 megabytes in size. And I think that what I experienced was because the save file was so big. I thought that maybe it was possible that because what I did was I shot out the laser turrets instead of doing the walk across the letters and spelling out Tyrannus. That maybe in the action of doing that, that somehow or another I blew up the button that opens up the door to the Mantis Lair. Here, what I'm doing now. So then I got the door open, but everything it looks normal now, and it was all falling apart. It was exploding. You could see nothing through the at the bottom of the floor. There's gaps in the uh, uh, structure. It was as though the structure was all broken apart and dysfunctional, and that the game was breaking. And so I think really that symptom was a effect of my save file, and that the game just gets weird and starts breaking. It just gets where it doesn't work. When your save file gets that big, it just breaks. The game just breaks. So um, I've decided that everything is working fine, and the new character test worked out just fine.